For this week's reading and comprehension, we are reading Sleeping Beauty 100 Years Later by Laura North and Gary Northfield. Don't forget that at the end of the story, we have some comprehension questions to see how well you understand this book. Are you ready? Let's go! A long time ago, a king and a queen had a beautiful baby daughter. "Let's have a big party to celebrate," said the king. They invited everyone in the kingdom, but they forgot to invite one fairy. Uh-oh! She burst into the party in a rage. "I curse your daughter. She will cut her finger and fall asleep for 100 years. Only a prince can wake her. That will teach them to forget me," she thought as she flew away. The king and queen were terrified. "No sharp things," screamed the queen, taking the knife and fork away. "No playing outdoors," said the king. The princess wasn't allowed to do anything. She was miserable. When the princess reached her 18th birthday, the king and queen let her wander around the castle. She found a room with an old spinning wheel. The princess was cautious. She tried making some thread on a spinning wheel. "Ouch!" she cried. She had pricked her finger on the needle. Suddenly, she fell into a deep sleep. Everyone else fell asleep too. Years passed. Cobwebs covered the castle. 100 years later, Prince, wearing sunglasses, drove up to the castle. He talked on a cell phone. He listened to music in earphones. He wore jeans. A lot has changed while the princess had been asleep. The prince found the princess. "What a sleeping beauty," he thought. He went over and kissed her. "Are you my prince, my true love?" asked the princess, waking up. "Just call me Harry," said the prince. "I'd like to take you on a date." "A date?" said the princess. "I wonder what that is." Harry took her outside. Everything looked different. "Is this your carriage? Where is the horse?" asked the princess. "No need for one of those," said Harry, starting the car engine. "Let's go to the amusement park," Harry said. The princess whizzed around and upside down on a roller coaster. "I've never had so much fun," she screamed. Harry gave her a single red rose. A thorn on the rose cut her finger. "Oh no, what will happen to me now?" cried the princess. "Will I fall asleep for another 100 years?" "No, here's a band-aid," said Harry, and he stuck it on her finger. The princess smiled. Life was so much better 100 years later. Wow! Now let's do the comprehension questions to see how well you understand the book. Are you ready? Today we have 5 questions. Question 1. Why did the king want to have a big party? Was it because the king and queen had a baby? It was a holiday? Or 3. It was the king's birthday? What do you think? It was because the king and queen had a baby. Very good. Question 2. Why was the fairy upset? Was it because she couldn't find a pretty dress? Or the king forgot to invite her? Or she did not like the music at the party? What do you think? Good. It was because the king forgot to invite her. Very nice. Question 3. Why did the king and queen keep all sharp objects away from their daughter? Was it because A. she would bleed to death, B. it was not safe, or C. she would cut her finger and sleep for 100 years? What do you think? The answer is C. She would cut her finger and sleep for 100 years. Very good. Question 4. Why did the princess fall asleep when she pricked her finger? A. She was cursed by a fairy. B. She was exhausted, or C. It was bedtime? What's your answer? Good. The answer is A. She was cursed by the fairy. Now the final question. When Harry took the princess on a date, why did everything look so different? Was it A. Many years had passed since she fell asleep? B. Harry took her to a foreign place on a date? Or C. She moved to a different state? What do you think? Good. The answer is A. Many years had passed since she fell asleep. Very good. How many answers did you get correct? Let me know down below. If you got 5 correct, that's 100% and you're amazing. Good work. I hope you like reading Sleeping Beauty 100 years later. Let me know down below what you think, and also share with me what other fairy tales should we read next week. That's all for today. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.